Sa video natin ngayon, we will solve this problem involving two moving loads. So we have a truck daw weighing 13 kilonewtons. Ito yung resultant weight niya, and it has a wheelbase of 2.8 meters. Ito, given na sa figure natin. Now, it carries 60% of the load daw on the rear side. Now, kapag sinabing rear, yan yung nasa likod. So, naturally, mas malaki yung percentage niya since dito sa rear, andyan kasi yung, let's say, merong delivery. So, andyan yung mga goods. Ayan. Ito yung gusto nating i-transport. So, 60% daw of the total load is carried by the rear. Now, we want to compute the maximum moment and the maximum shear if it crosses a 4.3 meter span. Teka lang, hindi pala yan 5 meters. This is 4.3 meters. Ayan. So, di ba, as this truck passes, ayan, sa span natin, mag-iiba yung maximum moments. Yung shear saka maximum moment as it moves along the span. So, we want to compute kung ano daw yung maximum or ano yung critical na moment if it crosses the span. So, actually, yung concept nito is galing sa differential calculus. We have discussed it in another video. We tried to solve moving loads problems using calculus, differential calculus, the concept of maxima minima. So, yung binigay sa atin is the total weight of the truck, which is 13 kilonewtons. Now, itong 13 kilonewton load, this will essentially be the resultant. Ito. So, lagay natin equals 13 kilonewtons. Ayan. Then, we have our rear load and the front load. So, 60% daw is carried by the rear, nasa rear side. So, ano yung 60% ng 13? 0.6 times 13. We have 7.8. So, on the rear side, we have 7.8 kilonewtons. So, for the front one, the front side, it would be 40% lang. Or essentially, 13 kN, the resultant minus the rear load, yan yung maging load dyan sa front. So, this is 5.2 lang. 5.2 kilonewtons. Ayan. So, at this point, hindi pa natin alam kung saan mag-a-act yung resultant load natin. But naturally, this will act closer to the rear side since, mas malaki yung load dyan, 7.8 kesa sa front load. Again, 7.8 plus 5.2, yan lang yung 13 kN. Yung binigay lang sa atin is initially ang resultant. So, yung sinolve natin are the actual components. So, ngayon, let's try to solve this distance. Ayan. We denote this as barred x. Now, we can compute barred x using Varignon's theorem. So, resultant 13 multiplied by barred x is equal to, let's say, ito yung reference line natin. Ayan, reference line from the rear. So, 13 times barred x equals the sum of the effects of the rear load and the front load. So, for the 7.8 kilonewton load, this is exactly at the reference point or the reference line. So, this is to be multiplied by 0. Ayan. Then, for the 5.2 kN load, we have plus 5.2. Then, the distance going to the reference axis is 2.8 meters times 2.8. Ayan. So, solving barred x, we have 1.12 meters. So, di ba sa concept natin, essentially, dalawa yung maximum moments na mako-compute natin. First is the maximum moment under the 7.8 kilonewton load. And then, the second one is the maximum moment considering the front load. Now, where do we situate the following loadings to cause the maximum moment about the rear load and the front load? Now, di ba, yung concept natin dyan from the derivation of moving loads is hahanapin natin yung gitna ng resultant and the load of interest. Then, yung gitna na yan, ilalagay natin sa midspan ng beam. Ayan. So, for example, if we want the maximum moment under the 7.8 kilonewton load, then, draw tayo ng line dyan. Tapos, hahanapin natin yung gitna. So, from the resultant and the 7.8 kilonewton load, the center is located dito. Ayan. So, So, duplicate na lang natin yung figure natin para sa isang moment naman. Ayan. So, yung gitna na yan, ito, if BART X is 1.12 meters, ayan, then half of that distance would be equal to 1.12 over 2, which is, ano yan, divided by 2. We have 0.56. So, 0.56 dito sa left side, then another 0.56 dyan sa right side. Ayan. So, yung gitna na yan, ito, yung center ng resultant saka load of interest natin, ilalagay natin sa midspan ng beam. So, yung midspan ng beam na yan is located, let's say, dito. Ayan. We will denote this as the center line, C sub L. So, ngayon, we have to make sure that the green line would be aligned to the center line of the beam. So, yung green line na yan, i-align natin sa center line. Ito. Ito yung center line. Now, yung next natin gagawin is we have to determine if some of the loads would be outside the span, because if it's outside the span, then it won't affect our maximum moment since it will be supported somewhere beyond the supports of the bridge or the span. So, how can we determine if any of the loads would be outside the span? Ito yung gagawin natin. Diba ito yung center line ng beam? Essentially, yan yung midspan niya. So, if we draw a line from the center line going to point B, then this distance will be half of 4.3 meters. Yung kalahati ng 4.3 is 2.15. And then we have to compare this sa kung ano yung distance from this green line, yung center ng rear saka resultant, ayan, going to the front load. So, di ba, this is 0.56. Ayan. Then, alam natin na yung wheelbase is 2.8 meters. Ito. 2.8 meters yan. So, essentially, 2.8 minus 0.56 would be this remaining distance. Ayan. So, we have 2.8 minus 0.56. This is equal to 2.24. 2.24 meters. Ayan. So, notice na tama yung figure natin. Merong portion na lalagpas sa point B. Kasi 2.24 yan, ito naman 2.15. So, what does it mean? Merong excess distance, so yung front load is already outside the span. So, it won't affect the maximum moment, essentially. So, sir, ano yung gagawin if this is the case? Now, if this is the case kasi, yung front load will not affect the reaction at A as well as the reaction at B since this is already outside the span. So, let's try now to compute the maximum moment considering this configuration. Diba, to do that, to compute the maximum moment under the rear load, we have to compute RA first. Then, RA multiplied by this distance, let's say this is X. RA times X, yan yung moment under the rear load. So, we have RA multiplied by X. So, solve down natin yung RA considering this figure. Summation of moments about point B tayo. Ayan. By the way, how did you assume, sir, na yung front load is outside? Again, itong distance yung ginamit natin. But skinale ko kasi yung figure ng truck so that the distance will be accurate. Accurate talaga. So, kaya yung minove ko siya, automatic yung front load, lumagpas siya sa point B since nakascale yung figure natin. But if hindi siya nakascale, you have to check using the distance. Again, 2.24 exceeds 2.15 meters. So, that's how we can assure na yung front load is outside the span. So, moving tayo sa point B, we have RA multiplied by 4.3 meters. Ayan. Then, since yung front load is lagpas na siya sa span, we have to use the rear load sa calculation natin. yung rear load lang. 'Di ba? Nakasanayan natin na if merong two wheel loads, then we just use the resultant to solve the reactions. But in here, we cannot use the resultant since yung front load is again lagpas na sa point B natin. So considering only the rear load, we have minus 7.8. This will cause a counterclockwise rotation about point B. Then ano yung distance na yan? Ito. From the rear load going to point B. 'Di ba? Yung distance na yan magiging 2.15 yan, yung kalahati ng span. So 2.15 plus 0.56, yan yung distance na yan. So 2.15 plus 0.56 is 2.71 meters. Ayan. So times 2.71 equals 0. So yung value ng RA is equal to 4.3x minus 7.8 times 2.71. Then equate natin to 0. So solving RA, we have 4.9158. This is kilonewtons. So solving the maximum moment under the rear load, considering this configuration lang, again, magbabago yung solution natin essentially. But this is just for the purpose of demonstration. So RA equals 4.9158. Ayan, Kn. Then this distance x is equal to, 'di ba, itong kalahati ng beam, if this is 2.15, then this is also 2.15. Ayan. So 2.15 minus 0.56, yan yung value ng x. So ano yan? Minus 0.56. We have 1.59. Ayan. So times 1.59 meters. So this will give us 7.816 kilonewton meter. Ayan. But again, this is the incorrect answer. Ayan. Bakit? Since alam natin na yung front load is already outside the span, then this configuration will not cause the maximum moment under the rear load. So sir, ano yung gagawin if this is the case? Yung gagawin natin is, since yung front load already outside the span na siya, then we have to reduce the problem into one moving load na lang. Bale, ito yung mangyayari. Copy natin to. Copy natin yan ulit. Ayan. Then, ito yung track natin. So, since alam natin na yung front load is already outside with this configuration, if the truck moves slightly to the right, then there will come a point na yung rear load is already aligned sa center line ng beam. Diba? So, by our concept, yung gitna na yan, ilalagay natin sa center line ng beam. But again, this will not cause the maximum moment because if this moves forward, ayan, there will come a point na yung rear load is andyan talaga sa mid-span. Since we know na dito pa lang, the load is already outside, the front load is already outside the span, then we only consider the rear load. Rear load alone. So, yung totoong maximum moment pala under the rear load happens when the rear load is exactly at the mid-span. Since regardless, yung front load is already outside the span. Even in this configuration. So, ano yung mangyari kapag ito na yung figure? Yung mangyari dyan is isang load na lang yung i-consider natin. So, we have RA here. RA, then we have also RB. So, since this is outside the span, all the more it will be outside the span if the truck moves slightly to the right, then yung load na i-consider na lang natin is ito na lang. Yung W rear. So, it will be located at the mid-span. So, this is 2.15 meters. Ito rin, 2.15 meters. Ayan. So we have here 7.8 kilonewtons. So ngayon, yung maximum moment would be located andyan sa gitna, exactly. Now, di ba meron tayong formula for concentrated loads located sa midspan. Ayan, if this is P, then di ba yung reactions natin would be P over 2 sa dalawang sides, kalahati ng P, since symmetrical yung placement ng load. P over 2. So, yung distance niyan is also half ng L over 2, yung dalawang distances. So, the moment here is equal to moment at midspan is P over 2 load times the moment arm, L over 2. So, this would be equal to PL over 4. Ayan. So, if you have a two moving loads problem, then merong isang load na outside the span, then we will reduce the problem into a one moving load problem, then we can readily apply this formula, PL over 4. So, the maximum moment pala under the 7.8 kilonewton load or the rear load na lang, ayan, M max rear, we have 7.8 times L. L is equal to 4.3 meters, then divided by 4. Ayan, ito yung M max rear. 7.8 times 4.3, then divide natin by 4. Ayan, equals 8.385. Then this is in kilonewton meter. So, di ba merong slight difference? Kanina, yung na-solve natin 7.816 by our concept. But again, since using the concept, yung front load is outside the span, then we have to use this one. Ito yung maximum moment under the rear load. But we're still not sure if ito talaga yung maximum moment na i-consider natin. Since we also have to compute the maximum moment considering the front load. Ayan. So, for the front load naman, yung gagawin natin is hahanapin natin yung gitna ng resultant sa front load. So, ito yan. Di ba yung BART X is 1.12. 1.12 meters. So, this remaining distance, ayan, would be 2.8 minus 1.12, which is 1.68. Ayan, 1.68 meters yung buong distance niyan. Dito ko na lang ilalagay. So, yung gitna niyan is located dito. Then, half of 1.68 is equal to 0.84. So, 0.84 dyan. Tapos, dito rin. 0.84. So, yung gagawin natin is establish natin yung center line ng beam or yung midspan niya. Ayan. Tapos, ilalagay natin yung center ng front load saka resultant load dyan sa midspan. So, we would have this figure. Ayan. Lagay natin yung gitna niya sa midspan. Ayan. Andyan na yan sa center line. C sub L. Ayan. So, now we have to determine if meron bang load na lumagpas sa span ng beam or wala. So, again, ito yung RA. Now, looking at our figure, since naka-scale yan, alam natin na yung rear load is just within the span since it is slightly to the right of point A. Ito kasi yung point A. Location ng RA saka RB. Ayan. But, in order to determine without scaling, then kukunin natin yung distance. Diba yung kalahati ng 4.3 is ito. Ayan. Again, this is 2.15 meters. So, let's try to calculate this distance. Ayan. Now, we have 1.12 plus 0.84 going to the center line. 1.12 plus 0.84 gives us 1.96. So, ito, going to the center line is only 1.96 meters. Ayan. So 1.96 meters is lesser than 2.15. So kaya merong merong excess na distance. Meaning all of the loads are still included within the span. And merong excess distance dyan. If you want to determine that distance, that would just be 2.15 minus 1.96. We have 0.19. Ayan. But hindi yan necessary sa calculation natin, since to solve the maximum moment under the front load, mas maganda pag kukunin na lang natin yung RB, then we will just take moments from the right. So the maximum moment under the front load, Mmax front, would be equal to RB multiplied by this distance, moment arm going to the front load. Sabihin natin X. Now, ito yung dapat mong tandaan. If you are cutting from the right, from the right yung origin, tas ikakat natin yung point na yan, then the resulting internal moment would be clockwise. Ayan. Again, this is due to the positive effect. Ito yung moment under the front load. So, bakit clockwise? Again, for positive bending to occur, kailangan yung applied moments at the ends would be sa left side, naka-clockwise, tas sa right side naman, naka-counterclockwise, para maging smiley yung orientation ng bending. So, if our origin is from the right side, tas ito yung ikakat natin, essentially, yung nasa left side, then clockwise yung resulting moment. So, if we will sum up, essentially, yung Mmax front is ganito yung solution yan. Summation of moments about the cut is equal to 0. So, yung M dyan is Mmax front. Lagay ko na lang. Mmax front. So, positive yan since clockwise yung assumption natin. Then, yung RB, the rotation it will cause about this point is counterclockwise. Diba? Ganyan yung ikot. So, minus RB multiplied by X. So, notice that although this causes a counterclockwise movement about the point, once we move this to the other side of the equation, it will become positive. So, yung Mmax front will just be a positive value, not a negative value. Mmax front. Ayan. Tas dito naman, yung cut natin is from the left. Ayan. So, yung resulting moment dyan is essentially counterclockwise. So, kapag counterclockwise, pwede mo nang i-equate agad. RA times X minus M, since counterclockwise yan, you can move minus M to the other side of the equation, so it will just become positive. So, solve natin yung RB. Since lahat ng loads pasok, yung rear load saka front load, then to solve the reaction, we will just use the resultant. We can use the resultant if lahat ng loads nasa span lang. So, to solve RB, moment tayo sa point A equal to 0. So, we have 13 kN times yung moment arm niya patungo sa point A is this distance. Ayan. So, ano yung distance na yan? Diba ito? Ayan, 2.15 yan. Teka lang. Medyo may mali sa figure natin. 2.15 is going to RA. Ayan. Diba, this is 2.15. Then, ito yung resultant load. So, 2.15 minus 0.84. Yan yung moment arm going to point A. Ayan, 2.15 minus ito. 0.84. So, 13 times 2.15 minus 0.84. Clockwise moment yan, about point A. Then, we have RB minus RB times 4.3 meters going to point A. Then, equate natin to 0. So, we can solve RB. Ayan. 13 times 2.15 minus 0.84 minus RB times 4.3 equals 0. So, we would get 3.96. Then, this is in kilonewtons. 3.96. Ayan. Then, moment tayo about the cut. Ito na lang. Mmax front. Then, move natin yung RB times X to the right side of the equation. RB is 3.96. Then, this distance X is equal to 2.15 minus 0.84. Again ha, this is also equal to 2.15. So 2.15 minus ito, 0.84, yan yung remaining distance na yan. Remaining distance x. So times 2.15 minus 0.84. So this will give us, ayan, 5.1876. Then this is in kilonewton meter. So if we have to compare the maximum moment under the 7.8 kilonewton load is ito, 8.385. Under the front load naman, we have 5.1876. So the greater moment is ito, 8.385. So ito pala yung sagot natin. Ayan. So again, in this problem, you cannot apply PL minus yung formula natin, PL minus PS times D squared divided by 4PL. Ayan, as the maximum moment. Bakit? We cannot apply this formula since considering the larger load, yung 7.8, ito, yung front load kasi is nasa labas na ng span. So, whatever this value is, hindi niya ibibigay yung 8.385. So, this is a key consideration talaga. That's why, when solving problems involving moving loads, mas maganda pag alam mo yung concept. But again, sa board exam, you can just readily apply this formula since malaki naman yung spans na ginagamit. Usually, mga 25 meters, tas yung wheelbase, 4.3 meters lang usually. Ayan, so pasok lahat ng loads. But again, since sa undergrad, we want to learn the concepts talaga, yung basics, then learn how to solve this using the concept of maxima minima and the generalized figures. Ayan, so ito na yung sagot natin para sa maximum moment. So next, if we want to calculate the maximum shear, ito lang yung gagawin natin. Hahanapin natin kung saan yung extreme load closest to the resultant. Now, anong ibig sabihin ng extreme? Extreme load is yung nasa pinakadulo. So, for two-wheel loads, meron tayong rear load, meron ding front load. So, dito sa figure natin, mas malapit yung resultant dito sa rear load. Kasi 1.12 yan. Tas yung nasa kabila naman is, again, 1.68. So, once you identify the closest extreme load from the resultant load, then yung load na yan, ilalagay natin exactly at the support. So, this load is nasa left side, meaning, ilalagay natin siya sa left support. Ayan, ganito yung mangyayari. Then, once we place the load exactly at the support, to solve the maximum shear, we just compute the reaction where the extreme load was placed. So, to solve RA, we can sum up moments about point B. Ayan. Then, we will just use the resultant since lahat ng loads natin pasok sa span. So, once we take moments about point B, kukunin lang natin yan. Yung distance na yan. I hope agree lang na this remaining distance would be 4.3 minus 1.12. Ayan. So, moment lang tayo sa point B. We have RA times a moment arm of 4.3 meters going to point B. Then, minus 13 kN. We will just use the resultant. Ayan. Then, moment arm is ito. 4.3 minus 1.12. Equate natin to 0. Then, we will solve RA. So, RA equals 13 times 4.3 minus 1.12. Ayan, divided by 4.3. So, we have 9.614. This is kilonewtons. So, sir, what if 3 moving loads? Let's say, tatlong moving loads, then we have the following values. I mean, not the following values, but the following figure. Let's say, meron tayong tatlong loads, then yung resultant is, sabihin lang natin, andito. Ayan. So, di ba, meron siyang distance going to the left, ayan, and also a distance going to the right end. Ito yung extreme loads, itong dalawa. Notice na sa figure natin, halata naman na yung resultant is closer to this one. Closer to the right load. So, yung gagawin natin is, yung right load na yan yung ilalagay natin sa support. Essentially. But what if yung resultant is andito? Let's say the resultant is at this point. Ayan. Yung mangyari dyan is the resultant is closer to the load to the left extreme end. Ayan. So, itong load na yan, ilalagay mo dyan sa support. So, same lang sa nangyari dito. Since yung resultant closer to the left extreme side. So, yung load dyan, yan yung nilagay natin exactly at the support. But again, this is at a differential distance x from point A. Kasi pag ito-draw mo yung shear and moment diagram, yung W rear saka RA, essentially, counteracting load sila, downward saka upward. So, yung shear at that point would not be equal to this value, yung 9.614. So, to demonstrate this, we can model the beam dito. So, we have a span of 4.3 meters, then simply supported. Ayan. So, pag ilalagay natin yung load, di ba, ito yung 7.8, tas 2.8 meters from the left. Ito naman yung 5.2 kN. Ayan. So, yung magiging reaction natin is 9.6139. Yan yung nakuha natin kanina. Ito, 9.614. But if you will try to look at the shear diagram, it will just be 1.8139. Since yung 7.8 saka 9.613, ano kasi sila? Opposing directions. So, essentially, what we are trying to do here is yung 7.8 ilalagay natin at a differential distance x from the left support. Let's say 0.000001, a value very close to 0. Ayan. So once you do that, then the maximum shear becomes 9.613 dyan sa support mismo. So kaya yung ginawa na lang natin is inassume na lang natin na kung ano yung support at the left end, yan na din yung maximum shear essentially.